Hey there. So today we have another battle beers. All right, yeah, we're just gonna talk about it while I crack into this beer. So have the cups listed 1 to 4, and we're gonna do alphabetical as I pour them and mix them up. So what? B, C, M, P. So we're doing a bunch of macro light lagers, which is very much against my code. Always drink the heavies. It's not really the it's not even like the get you somewhere kind of thing where like, hey, you should drink higher alcohol things. It's just, if you guys don't know, these beers are made through high gravity brewing, which actually involves brewing like a high gravity beer, which is a high alcohol beer, blah blah blah. I actually don't know, like it's probably industry secret. Let's say they go to 8%. Guess what? You don't want to drink an 8% Budweiser. So what they do is then, for efficiency's sake, they're able to add deaerated water, all sanitary and all that good stuff, to lower down the alcohol. So this way you're able to get a 5% Budweiser and a 4.2% Bud Light. Same thing with the Coors, the 5%, Coors Banquet, Miller High Life, regular PBR. So thank you to Pabst Brewing Company. They sent me, I'm trying to make these equal first. They sent me They sent me a couple cans of this guy, and I promised that I would do a review for you guys, or a blind taste test. And again, the only way to make it fair would be to compare light to light. So these are all 4.2%. And the style already, American lager, is very, very light in flavor. Oh, well, while I'm doing this, let's just mix them around. It's very light on flavor already. So now you're going American light lager, which is even lighter on flavor. So it's just very hard to distinguish between these brands, I would argue. Granted, there are professionals that are able to do it, people that work for the brewery. Hell, you got an advanced system right here trying to test this palate and see how that really goes. I'd be very impressed if I could really figure it out, but we will find out. We will find out. We will find out. Okay, cool. So let's mix them all up, and let's just hit them one by one. Very curious to see if there's really tell any difference. Grainy, sweet. A little bit less of that kind of like, it's hard to always describe what words I'm talking about, but like if you've ever had a macro lager, you know what I'm talking about. It's a bit corny and sweet, but has some of that macro flavor to it. Very light, very watery. Very watery, and then has a good amount of that kind of like a good analogy I give you is like cooking rice, but then taking some of the water out before it's turned all into rice, so it tastes like rice water, but it's got like a dirty rice water kind of thing, but it's very, very watery. So that's what a pretty bland one. I don't know. Let's just go through them all first. Got a little bit more pleasant aroma. I want to say it's a little bit more lightly appley fruity. Yep, I also get that too on the palate. This one has a more very watery. I'm gonna say the word watery a million times, but this one at least has a little bit of like a light grainy character up front, which is somewhat pleasant, but also very, very bland and light. Oh, this one smells like the most full malt, like better than this one. Sorry, it went from better here and then better here. Ooh, not even close. This one actually has like a resemblance of hop character. Not even close. Yeah. Very light and watery too. What's up? Okay, thanks. In a minute. Jesus. Also pretty light and bland on this. At this point, it's like try to like distinguish between these like minuscule aroma differences is hard, especially with a red tiny solo cup thingy. Let's just go and sip out. Wow. Okay. That is the most bland, but also, or not most bland. That one's quite bland, all watery, all bland. But I feel like that one's one of the least offensive. This one sucked. This one I'm gonna guess is Bud Light. Actually, I can't. I actually need to go back to this one just to figure out which one's worse. This one for some reason even has like a little bit of like light oxidative character to it, which is crazy. Like fresh cans, blah blah. This one's also very gross. I'm gonna guess Coors. These two are probably the best, right? Let's get into this one again. To some little bit of sweetness, a little bit of like lightly full malt character to it. Very water in the back end. Yeah. This is the most beery of the bunch. Like it actually has a little bit of hop character. This is the only one noticeably where it has like some bite up front. This one's the most characterful. Maybe that's the Pabst Light, and this one's maybe the Miller Light. So the order actually goes 1, 2, 3, 4. At least in my preference, blind. Coming in fourth. Whoa! Whoa! Pabst Light. Yeesh. Whoa! Whoa! That's not good news. This is my favorite one then. Number 3, my third. Number 1. All right. So that is that's my ranking right here. Jeez, all right. Number 2 goes to 2. Right? Yes. That means this one has to be number 3, Coors, Miller. Oh well. And now I feel really bad that Pap sent me this, but sorry. I don't know, man. It's very watery. At least this has some sweetness to it. In the end, I don't think you're winning either way here. These two guys are definitely the winners, I want to say. Yeah, it actually has some like light kind of sweetness to it and a little less of that. Like any oomph of flavor that reminds you more beer and less of those like weird off flavors that I get, like the weird light oxidative character, some of that kind of like lingering kind of almost dirtiness, and then also that kind of like washed grain thing that also is pretty gross sometimes. That's not even close. That's the most beer tasting beer. Like that's the most towards a non-American lager. We get a little bit more characterful. You get to the Japanese lagers, the Heinekens, the European style lagers. This is like a world difference. All right, well, sorry to Pabst for sending me beer and me finding them like in the range of like Bud Light, which honestly is still a freaking compliment because this is what the second or third best-selling brand in the country. I think it goes like Modelo Especial, Mick Ultra, and then this, or the other way around, something like this. This is a top 3. This is a top 3, beer selling brand in the entire country, all of America, and like the Pabst Light is just as good. Yeah, okay, so let's go with that. Impressive result. Again, I was always a Miller High Life guy, so guess it makes sense. That's also what I'm used to drinking at dive bars in New York City. At least it's that Miller High Life bottles, or PBR, or Jenny C Cream. You definitely don't get Coors Light at a dive bar. You definitely don't drink Bud Light at a dive bar. You're drinking PBR, or you're drinking Miller Lite bottles. Or, you know what, you could be drinking, if you're real cool, you could be drinking like Coors Banquet Stubbies, which are also pretty good. Way tastier than the lights. So anyway, all those beers like vastly better than this nonsense, like just, watered down, watered down, watered down lager. Yes, double watered down lager. All right. There's results. Let me know what you think. That was full blind. So I was blown away because I reviewed this. I was like, oh, man, this is nice and good. It's a nice lager. It's going to taste better than the other macro brands. This is what happens when you blind taste yourself. And by the way, good luck. This blind taste test sucks. You're not winning with any of this. to really pick through the like intricacies and me trying my best. Like this one, I could give you like some credit. Even from 1 to 4, like again, like really try to nitpick through, flavor adjectives and flavors that I can pick up. But in the end, even a trained palate, these are all just watered down. Like they're very, very, neutral beers. So good luck. I mean, if you want to do battle beers like this, good luck. I don't think you're gonna get much repeatable results out of it. These beers are just so tight and like so like, blank slate in like what they can offer. So to find these little intricate differences, I don't think it really matters. The whole point of these beers is to drink them cold and forget about them anyway. So trying to like pick through them, and granted, it's fun. A nerd like me loves this stuff, but good luck. Cheers. Fun results today. Later.